Yo, hello, hello guys. Hi Seraph. Hi Lava. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. Sorry guys, I know I had ASMR on my schedule, but I decided that we shall do some chatting today. Because I'll be on break for like a week, and I want to do like a really long stream before disappearing. I want to do something more chill. Uh, my family is on vacation. I'm home with my cat. Then and tomorrow my boyfriend comes, and we'll spend 4 to 5 days together. And I won't be able to stream until basically the end of the week. I'll be probably streaming only like on the weekend, because of course if he's here, I want to spend some time with him, since I don't get to hang out with my boyfriend as much due to like our distance, which it's not as much of a distance, honestly. Then like there are worse distances. Like I see him on like one day on a weekend, so I get to see him every week. But I wish I could see him more than just on like during 1 week. One day of the week, So yeah, I'll be on break. I'll be on break. I don't really know if I should come live or not, but ultimately, I'm alone. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. How was your week? Guys, by the way, because it's technically it's the already like Monday here. Sunday ended, and then it's Monday, but it's past midnight. Some of you are still on Sunday. So how did it go? How was your Sunday, guys? Well, your whole week. I didn't stream much this week because I realized I had a lot of stuff to do and not enough time. Nearly not enough time. I had a concert with my choir yesterday, and we sang, and then we had pizza together, and I came back really late. It was like midnight when I came back home. And next week I also have another show. And tomorrow evening I also have the general how are they called? Generale. In fact, I can't remember the English word. But yeah, it's like we have to sing all of the big songs. Oh, we're practice. It's a general practice. There it is. I'm very excited. Is my music too loud, by the way? Hope not. Anyways, yeah. That is kind of how I will spend my week. Now, I don't know what to do now exactly. Maybe I'll play some games so I can be loud. Because, well, my mom and dad are at the sea. I went to the seaside on vacation. They didn't even send me pictures, those fuckers. Not even one single picture of the place they're staying in. My mom just sent me a message this morning to let me know that they made it to their destination, and that's it. Now, I know they see me every day, and they're probably tired of having me around, and they just want to have a nice day by themselves, you know, well, a nice week, and they don't want me to, you know, bother them or whatever, like I always do, since we live in the same house. But come on, at least the hotel room, just show me the hotel room, or the fucking beach, because they went to the beach. Just one picture is all I ask. I want to see the place they're in. It's fucking Rimini, so it's gonna be kind of ugly, probably. Because like it's Rimini. Come on, guys. Every Italian person knows that Rimini isn't the best sea ever that we have here. But like, come on, one picture. You could send me one picture. Just one. So yeah, I am home with my kitty cat, and she's sleeping on the couch after bothering me for the whole day and evening. People just don't take many or any pictures. My mom does. She has, her phone is full of pictures. Like, she takes pictures for the dumbest thing. I bet that if I go on Facebook right now, she will have posted pictures of her vacation. I bet my whole left cheek that she has posted at least one vacation picture. Let me check. If I am right, I get $10. Oh, hi, Enzo. She has posted like 6 pictures, by the way. 6, not even one sent to me. So it's a picture of my dad on the sea, then it's a picture of her on the sea, on the beach, with the sea in the back. Then there's a picture of my dad sitting on the bed of the room, hotel room. And then there's a picture of a beach with a sign of said beach. And then there's a picture of what I assume it's like the outside of their hotel, because there's like a little table with 2 chairs. Oh, it's 7 pictures, sorry. There's another picture of the beach. Not even one of these pictures was sent to me. That's so mean. They hate me. Clearly. Left me at home with my fat kitty that keeps on crying because I'm not feeding her every 2 minutes. And they don't even share pictures with me. Unbelievable. I haven't opened Facebook in so long, by the way. I'm just scrolling my mom's profile, and so the fact that I say that she posts pictures for everything, that is true. Like, she posts a lot of pictures of my cats. And food, specifically. Are the same type of cat, except I have 2 of them. Well, the other one doesn't ask for food as much. And isn't as fat as my black cat. But my black cat is an apartment cat, so we don't let her go outside, and she's supposed to be on a diet, but my parents keep on feeding her way too much. Even when I tell them she should eat 3 meals. Wait. You gotta wait the food. You know, they don't have to give her every kibble that she has on the portion. She should like get used to only being fed when we eat and not at random times of the day because she cries for food. But like my parents didn't listen to me, and so now my cat is used that if she cries loud enough, eventually someone will feed her. Eventually. Well, guess what? She meows every 2 seconds. I told my family. I told them, do not do that. Do not. Do not feed her as much, please. Did they listen to me? Did they listen to me? Oh, fucking course they didn't. Now we're stuck with a cat that's so fat and annoying. Sounds the alarm every 2 seconds if she's not being fed too. It's like, wee wah, where's the food? Wee wah. It's more accurately meow, 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 meow. That's meow. That's how she does. That's a 10-10 recreation of my cat begging. Oh, she raised her head towards me. She knows. She knows. You know I'm referring to you, you little stupid bitch. You do? Yeah, you little fat fucking break of fat. I love my cat, guys. I love my cat so much. I'm being mean because I care about her. She has to go on a diet, bro. She's already on a diet, technically. Oh well. I don't know what to do, guys. Should I play something? I just came back from D&D like half an hour ago. So I'm a little lower energy. My social battery kind of consumed already today. It got consumed. Oh, hi Thestra! Welcome. I don't know, like I opened Steam and I'm looking like what kind of games could I play? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm EP. I'm EP. I don't know why I started streaming. I thought it was a good idea, but now I'm getting EP. But it's not. It's been like 20 minutes at best. I need to find something to do. I don't want to skip another stream day because I already did that because of like real life obligations, you know. Why am I getting inflation commission requests on my Twitter feed, bro? What? Algorithm. I am not interested in this post. What the fuck? I'm not the right person. Yes, but I don't add people on Steam that aren't my friends. Sorry. I only add my friends that I know IRL or people that I've known for a while. Because I don't have 2 accounts, you know, for my games. They're all under my same, like my very old account. It's my second account actually, because I had one before and I lost it because I couldn't remember the password. nor the email, and I was like a little kid. But you know, it's still like 10 plus years. I think like 12 years old account. Yes. Yes, 12 years old account. Trees Hate You game. I've already watched all of the demo for that game. It wouldn't be a genuine reaction because I already know how it works. I watched Kyo's gameplay. The hat. The hat is my favorite part. Also, I am terrible at rage bait games like that. I don't have the patience. I remember, like, do you guys remember this? This is gonna make me sound so old, but do you guys remember Cat Mario? Anybody that remembers Cat Mario? I tried playing it when it exploded on the internet, and I immediately gave up. Like, I probably played for 30 minutes and then gave up. No? Nah. So PewDiePie used to play it. I think PewDiePie did a couple of videos about Cat Mario. It's basically a rage game based on like Mario, the 2D games, and you could play it on your browser, and it was made to make you angry. Specifically to make you angry. It was possible to beat it, but it was just like rage baiting at its finest. Ciao Bo, come va? Tutto bene? And I remember, like, I didn't even get through the first level, honestly. And that's when I decided that I would never play games that are made to anger you. Because they're fun to watch. They're not fun to play kind of games. Like, I don't have fun if I'm getting angry. Like, that's not my definition of fun. And it's very ironic coming from somebody that loves Souls-like games. But the thing is, if I'm getting my ass beat up on Dark Souls, I can go farm for a while, raise my stats a little bit, find like become stronger than the boss to take less damage and deal more damage kind of stuff. But like on Cat Mario, what the fuck am I supposed to do besides memorizing where every single thing could potentially cause me to lose? That's not fun to me. Wanna be the guy in Cat Mario, but actually, well, made them fun to play and learn. Cat Mario is a rage game, maybe too silly. Yeah, it's just I don't have fun with rage games that are just made to make you angry. That's it. Also, hi Asta, it's been so long since I've seen you. It's not like we were together like an hour ago. Now, this was a game that annoys me legitimately is Dark Souls 2. But, okay, listen. Unpopular opinion, but Dark Souls 2 has very good comic timing. Like, it's so silly sometimes, it just makes you laugh. Dark Souls 2 Scholar, the first scene, has a worse spawn for enemies. Actually worse than, like, normal Dark Souls 2, somehow. Also, Warrior Anal Official, that's a very funny username. Thank you so much for the follow. Had a child and a marriage in the meantime? Wow. Only in the span of 1 hour. Dark Souls is quite enjoyable. Yeah, I know it's an unpopular opinion among, like, From Software fans, but I do like Dark Souls 2, personally. Given all of the issues that it has. Alert candy card? Yay! Thank you for the lurk, Wario! A fun drawing. What are you making? If I can ask. I personally, some bosses that I love, that are in like my top 10, all-time top 10 best Dark Souls bosses are in Dark Souls 2. I am a sucker for Sir Alon, okay? I love Sir Alon and Ivory King. They're so fucking cool. Smash both of them. Also. Semi-related. Shout out for friend? Oh, nice. But yeah, and like, on one side you have like Ivory King, Sir Alon, fucking epic fights, and then you turn around and you see fucking Demon for Blue. Okay? I mean, sure, but why? Why? Does that have comedic time for sure? I don't think it's totally an enjoyable game 100%, but it is still the only Souls game, and that's why it's genuinely upset me. I think it's just because the spawn of some enemies, they are shit on purpose. Like, they changed them on purpose with the Scholar of the First Sin to just be annoying and unfair on purpose. Because it was the time where everyone said that Dark Souls was the hard game. Like, it had to be hard, it's impossible to beat and all that shit. And so they made it like that because those people kept saying that, and it kind of, you know, made it worse. It's not hard, it's frustrating and annoying. That's not hard. That's you artificially making it harder. Like, that's not a good game design. If you have to be unfair. Our Clorker with those big arms. True. True, Smash. I love the Pursuer too. Oh. I will let him stab me with his big long sword many times. Figuratively and literally. Hi, Derby. Sekiro is probably a more challenging game compared to Dark Souls, only because Sekiro is a whole lot more skill-based. Yeah, that's why I suck at Sekiro. I should try playing again, because after beating Lies of P, I think I got better at parrying. So, in retrospect, I think if I went back to Sekiro, I should be able to finally continue the save that I started and I never played again. Oh, I should play maybe this week. So I can hand the controller off to my boyfriend when I get tired. Like during the hard parts. I will give him the controller. I will be like, can you beat this for me? Also because I lost my original save. I got to the Taurus boss on Sekiro, and the hitboxes were so awful that it just enraged me, and I didn't finish it. Then I moved to a different PC, and I forgot that I had to manually copy the files over to the new PC, and so I lost my save. Hi, Kraskowa. Hello. Thank you so much for the lurk. Also, King Kali, thank you so much for the lurk as well. So yeah, now I started a new game and I got to the snake. And then I died, because the first time I did the snake, I beat it first try. Hi Fritz, thank you for the lurk. And so yeah, I beat it first try. And then I I died so bad the second time. The second time I tried to do that and then you save. I died so fucking bad. Like a fucking idiot, basically. And it triggered me so much. It triggered me so much that I just closed the game and never reopened it again. It be like that sometimes, you know. But I'm ready now. I'm ready after beating Lies of P. I think I'm ready to try again. My friend started to rage when I got to Malenia in Elden Ring, and it only took me 5 tries to beat her. It took a while for me to beat her. At the first phase, mostly, because second phase was kind of easy once I got the hang of like avoiding the big flower attack. Scroll up in chat, I just have one thing to say about Dark Souls 2. Okay. When in the original before Scholar, there were some moments where enemies would aggro on you in ways that make no sense. Yeah, I remember that. They can see or hear you, but they are programmed to attack specifically and you're in the middle of getting attacked by something else. Yes. That does happen sometimes in other Souls game too. Like it's I don't remember. There's a term for that, and Elden Ring, I remember, has it. Input read. They read the inputs that you are sending to the game, and they are programmed to react accordingly. Elden Ring, I think, has it, because like sometimes you get aggroed during some fights when you're like, maybe you're far but you're healing, and the game reads your input and the boss is programmed to like aggro you to avoid you from healing. And it can be quite frustrating if you're like literally on the other side of the map and suddenly like the boss turns around to look at you straight in your eyes while you're chugging an Estus flask, and you're like, well, fuck me then, while it's charging at you at full speed. Can't wait to get the Dusk Floods on the Switch 2. I don't have a Switch 2, but I'm curious to see how the Dusk Floods will be. It's a PvP game from what I remember, so I'm not like super duper interested because I'm not too big on PvP in Souls games. But I'm curious to see how we'll play. I think it's PvEVP. Sort of like Hunt Showdown. Like where you have mobs and bosses, but you also have other players. From what I recall, at least. I may be remembering wrong. Well, let me close my windows, by the way, because it's getting Pettino. Bene, ti ho spiegato. No. Sorry, I startled my cat. I woke her up from her sleep. Let me check, actually. The Dusk Blood. Is this multiplayer? Yes, it's PvEVP. So I was right. There is PvP. There is also PvE. Very confusing, you know. Lots of information. But yeah, so I'm not big into PvP in Souls games. I just don't like. I like the arenas. I don't like being invaded. And that's why I stopped playing with my friends, because invaders in like From Software games are 90% of the times people that don't have anything better to do than ruin other people's games. He's overrated from soft games. Yeah, and you just get the sweatiest people ever when they invade. Like, I was starting a new game on Elden Ring. I remember this was like 1.5 years, 2 years ago, I think, with my boyfriend. Because we wanted to play together again. And we got invaded. Like, 10 minutes in, we got invaded as soon as we started playing, and it was this guy that had endgame gear, all endgame gear. We had nothing because we just literally started the save, and he basically killed us both with the fucking rot breath, the dragon rot breath. What the fuck am I supposed to do against these people? I just wanna play with my friends or my boyfriend in peace without having dickheads with endgame gear invade me. And that's an issue since Dark Souls 1. Trust me. That's been an issue since the game started gaining popularity. You're like dickheads that like ask friends to drop endgame gear to them so that they can invade the low-level people that have nothing on their character because it just started. And then they even like the emote on your body, like, bro, you're not better than me. Your penis is small. For invading like that, you have the smallest penis in the whole world. And everybody laughs at you because of that. You know. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a battle royale game. That's the vibes that I got for that one specifically. I will see. I hear so many people say PvP is the thing keeping Souls games alive, but I would argue co-op is what really keeps it alive. Yeah, I'd say it's co-op. Definitely not PvP. I have heard more negative opinions about like invasions and stuff than anything else. Like, you can't even opt out of that. Like, I know it's how it works, but I'm allowed to say that I don't like it. I don't want to be invaded. I just want to play with my friends. That's why modes like Seamless Cope are goated, because I get to play the game without loading screens and without invaders ruin the experience for me, you know? Hi, Lunar! Welcome! Yes, it's the Seamless. I think they made it for Dark Souls 3 as well, And maybe for Dark Souls 2 on 1. I would love to play the seamless scope with my friends, but none of them wants to install the mod, so fuck me, I guess. However, busy tryharding on Dark Souls PvP, I was stealing your girl, Hanzo probably. Hell yeah. I don't even have a penis, and it's probably bigger than the ones of these guys. Invading me with endgame gear at level 5. I have my dick's bigger by default. People are joking, June? Timing. And I probably see that after all, dying isn't really an issue. You can do it a lot without repercussions, but worse are the people ask farming in Elden Ring. AFK farming. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember the AFK farming. Strap-ons exist, yes, but I'm like, my metaphorical penis is bigger than his real penis. No strap-on needed. That's just how it is, I don't make the rules. A similar scope session with a friend never reached the end of the game. No, sad. I did a whole thing with Seamless. I was a Lord character and torturing my bro. Can you play with me then? Will you play Seamless with me, please? I wanted to play Elden Ring again, but I don't want to do it alone. I get bored. Can still hop on that talk shit of Nitrate. No, wanna do Seamless. Let's play. I don't have the DLC. I'll buy you the DLC if it goes on sale. I don't have 40 bucks, but I would gift you the DLC if it means we can play Seamless. Because I have the DLC. I don't know how it works. Oh, and so you should play with me as well. We should do a big Seamless co-op run, actually, eventually. Wait, how much is a key for the DLC? It's still 30 bucks, fuck. Unfair. If it was like 20 euro, I would have gifted it to you for real. I'm poor, guys. Then when does it go on sale? Wait. R3 SteamDB. I'm just checking. Oh, it never went on sale? Really? Wow. In 2 years? Wow. Born to play, forced to poor. Yes. Neither. I can't believe it never went on sale. In 2 years of all things. Wow-wee. Wrong games don't get discounts ever. No, they get discounted. Are you kidding? Dark Souls is often on discount. When I got the remastered a while ago on discount, it was like 50% off. I just thought, you know, it's been 2 years since the DLC released. Surely they have discounted it once? Apparently not. I had a ring on PC when it was discounted since I had already beaten it on my PS5. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. It's probably the only game that I pre-ordered in the last 5 years. The game is basically retro gaming though. Yeah, but the remaster came out uh 5 years ago. Was it? In 2022, I think it came out. No, it was for the 7th anniversary. Not that so it was 2020. Was it 2020? I need to check. I also still have the Prepare to Die edition in my Steam library, but I'm talking about the remaster. 2018. Oh man, I feel old. I thought it was like no longer than 5 years ago. GTA 6 doesn't exist, man. It's just we are collectively imagining that it exists. It will never come out. It's like Half-Life 2 at this point. Half-Life 3, sorry. We'll never see it. We'll never see it. I would bet on my ass that they delay it again. They delay GTA 6 again. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Genuinely. I can't seem to count to 3, but Rockstar has counted past 3. Well, yes. But given how many times they have delayed that game, I don't think it's ever gonna come out. I have doubts. I am not fully convinced. Until it comes out, I don't believe it. You know what would be funny? What would be extremely funny? If so, you know that Fable moved the release of the new game to like, was it on like next year, February next year, something like that, because they say they didn't want the game to come out when GTA 6 was also coming out. You know what would be funny? If GTA 6 didn't come out this autumn and moved the release to spring 2027. That would be fucking funny. To me, at least. Half-Life 3 is actually in development. I think it's going to be real. Only say that because the biggest reason Half-Life 3 never came out was because they wrote themselves into corner. Everyone lost passion for the project. I would love to one day see Half-Life 3, but I don't think it's ever coming out at this point. Like they probably have to redo everything because like it's been so long. The engines are way better now. I don't know, man. I don't think we'll ever see it. Watch them push the release date out till 2030 when a PS5 comes out. PS6? True. It gets delayed until 2020. Yeah, it will get delayed until further. I don't wanna be like casting misfortune upon GTA 6. But like at this point it's a pattern, you know? It's a pattern. It's never coming out. It won't come out this autumn. I'm sure about it. It will delay it again. I'll eat my shoe if it comes out, actually. Half-Life Alyx changed the ending, now there are new people at Valve working on it. Well, here's hoping then. It's all about Half-Life 2 release date. Damn. I bought Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition when it released on PC. I think I can also say that I'm a little old. I remember when Team Fortress 2 came out and you had to buy it. It wasn't free to play. I remember that as well. I made Half-Life Alyx as a test for Half-Life 3. They're wanting it to be a VR game and they're working on making VR more accessible to the average buyer. I don't think I want Half-Life 3 to be a VR game first. And the normal game later though. Like, don't get me wrong, I like VR, but I don't like playing long games on VR. Like, if I have to like play for 5 to 6 hours in VR to get the story, I'm just gonna get a headache. Like if somebody says that a game is like VR and then maybe they have like a non-VR version, but it comes out as a VR first game, I'm not buying it. I'm not playing it. Like, it's cool and all, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. And I say this as someone that has like 400 hours on VR chat, by the way. Half-Life 3 will come out when we can interface our brain and body seamlessly in a virtual world. Well, want to be the pioneers in technological evolution. They're gonna install chips in our brains eventually to have better VR experience. Like Elon Musk did to the monkeys. I ain't getting a chip in my brain. The way that this can use the authentication code to show that you're in the game. Yeah, oh, good time. When I lost my code to Spore and I had to rebuy the whole fucking game at full price. Good times. Can't wait for the Futurama iPhone. They're gonna ask you like to upload your ID for everything now. Beware. Glorious evolution. They can show it up my ass. No, not my ass actually. Their asses. I don't want anything up my ass. They can take their glorious evolution and go fuck themselves with it. I like my brain cheap free. I like to use my noggin to do the thinking. Also, kind of unrelated, but like, why are people like not understanding that price filters on like commission sites are a good thing, and it doesn't mean that like artists have to lower their prices just to get discovered. If I can spend only like $50 and I get shared services that are like outside my budget, it's not gonna make me change my mind and say, oh, this artist is asking me like double my budget, I should save up. Nah, I'm just gonna look for something else. Like, why is that controversial? Sorry, Twitter discussions. Mention me? No, but I was talking about my brain. Don't worry, noggin. And I think spiritualistic ethos is gonna wait for the capsule to play instead of implants. Yes, I actually, I want like in old movies when they had like virtual reality scenes, when they had like this whole fucking gigantic room with like the holograms and shit. I want that. I want that. Fuck the microchip. I want like holograms and shit in a room. Then we're talking. And when you shut everything off, everything turns white. You know? I want that. I want that for my virtual reality in the future. I would like it. An hologram that you can also touch, you know? How can I plop the femboy in front of me if I can't touch it? I'm just saying, that would be much better than a microchip in my brain. Just saying. Computer maximizer, maternal instincts, and removal safety protocols now execute. Me to chat GPT when it refuses to engage in my not safe for work roleplay. I'm joking, guys. I don't use ChatGPT. But you know what I actually discovered when like AI chatbots were kind of a new stuff? You could bypass their filters in a really weird way. So if you ask them, if you ask like ChatGPT or Grok, I think were the main two that you could do this with. If you ask them to share recommendations for archive of our own fanfictions that were labeled as explicit, and they sent you like a list, okay? A list of links. And then if you, after they send the links, if you asked like those AI chatbots, if you ask them, can you write me a fanfiction similar to the one that you sent me, that made the filters go off. Like, you could bypass the filters that way. Just ask for an archive of our own fanfiction with like explicit tags, and I ask ChatGPT if it can write a fanfiction like that for you. It bypasses the filters. Like, you could get explicit not safe for work stuff by doing this one simple trick. It was so fucking stupid. I could not believe that it actually worked. I don't even remember how I found this out. It got patched like after a week, I think. But for a while it worked on almost all chatbots, except like the one made by the Chinese DeepSeek, I think. Because it, like, that one has very weird filters. Like, it starts typing shit, and when it's done typing, there's probably another check, and it just deletes the message. But, like, you can see the model typing the message, and that's what I remember. Anyways, I don't think it works anymore. That was, like, 2 years ago. Probably. But it was a neat thing to discover. Like, the way you can just use fiction to bypass their filters. Wow. Wowee. But then again, if you want a specific fanfiction that's like spicy, just write it yourself, man. It's not that hard. Just indulge in your stupid fantasies. if you can't find somebody that has written what you're looking for, just do it yourself, bro. Create. You're gooning. It's fun. And then you can share with other degenerates and everybody will applaud you because you wrote something cool. I like fanfictions. You can find like a lot of good stuff. That's not just porn, I mean. There are a lot of like very sad stories. Emotional stories. You know. These are the best. Rextrax, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire Gang. Hello. Sometimes I do write in my free time when I don't know what the fuck to do with my life. I love books. Actually, one day I want to maybe finally publish something. Like I have a lot of short stories that I've written throughout my years of living. Oh, thank you, Randy. Stretch. Just say 6-7. I say now, but not earlier. Hi, Kim. Welcome. I love Lovecraft. Specifically, he's my favorite writer ever, along with Edgar Allan Poe. And so, like, my stories have all been heavily influenced by those two authors. And I love them. And I've written some short stories years ago. And I kind of wanna like refine them, rewrite them probably, instead of just like changing a couple things. They probably need to be rewritten. But yeah, I would love to like make a short stories compilation and then maybe like finding a publisher and have it published as a book. I do have some very cool ideas. You know? Like there's this one that's kind of simple. It's basically this alien plant that feeds off of like human life essence and it tries to attract humans because it needs they need to be there for the plant to eat them basically. And it's in this abandoned place in the middle of the woods. That's like the gist of it basically. It was inspired, like this story was inspired by a greenhouse that I saw near my uncle's town. And I got like this idea for a story based on that abandoned greenhouse. And then there's this other story that's sort of like one of Lovecraft's stories. I can't remember the original title. Wait. It's one of the, because I remember the Mountains of Madness, I think. Because in Italian is Le Montagne della Follia, so at the Mountains of Madness. Okay. It does kind of reminds of that, sorta, but it's basically the story idea that I had written. Yeah, this guy finding like the old writings of his grandpa, and his grandpa had found while traveling this path that led up to some mountains, and at one point like you see like scribbling and shit, as if like he had gone mad or something, and then there's like the mention of a door on top of these mountains, and at the end of the diary, it's like his grandpa writing a page saying that he doesn't remember anything about the trip, and then when he went to search for the trail, he couldn't find it again. And he didn't know what happened because he couldn't remember any of that. And so like the grandson decides to start traveling and look for state path, you know, because he got curious. Like he wanted to know what happened to his grandpa all those years ago. And so he like travels to the top of this path that he finds, and there's a door, like but not like a stone door or like something you'd expect to be carved in a mountain. It's like a wooden door on top of the mountain, and it's locked. And this guy basically wants to open the door, but behind the door there's like something very, very dangerous that's locked. But he doesn't know. And so he tries to open it anyway. And I remember like I tried writing that story years ago. I don't know if I still have like the original writing that I did. But I would love to revisit these two ideas specifically. Because they're the coolest to me. Of all of the story ideas that I've had so far, at least. What do you guys think? Do you approve? I love this music. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Really something. Oh, I love reading though. I think more people should read. I'm sad that children today seem to not be very interested in books. I think parents should like, they should do like what my grandma did, honestly. My grandma taught me how to read when I was still in kindergarten. Like she didn't wait for me to start elementary school. She taught me while I was in kindergarten, and I started reading at a very young age. When I started elementary school, I already knew how to read. Not write, but I could read. So writing, like learning how to write, was a lot easier because I already knew, you know, the letters and stuff. I think people should start learning how to read, yeah, at a very young age. And people should cultivate that, you know. And also schools should stop giving kids books to read that are mandatory, specifically only those that they give. They should like let the kids pick what they want to read, as long as it's like a book, you know. Because I remember I loved reading, but I hated reading what the school wanted me to read because I just wasn't interested. So during the summer, I remember I read like 3-4 books during my vacations, if not more. None of those were the books that I was actually tasked with reading because I didn't give a shit, but I still read a lot. Hi, Human AC, welcome. Really, it's a read gets children to read. If they don't, it's hard for a kid to start doing it. Reading is important. Yeah, I agree. That's why I think like schools should really change their approach with like making kids read books. They should just let the kids choose. you know, maybe at first I will just choose something that's not as long, but some kids may discover that they actually like reading, and so they start to read more. I feel like forcing me to read, I don't fucking know, La Divina Commedia, as much as I like it now, I don't think I can appreciate what Dante wrote at like 12. Like, I don't think 12 years old are mature enough to appreciate Dante's work. You know? School actually killed my motivation to read. I find it harder to bring myself to read now compared to when I was 12. Yeah, I just ignore them. I got reprimanded many times for not doing my homework, but like my mom saw me read like all the time. And even if they were like the books at the school wanted me to read, as long as I was, you know, reading, she was fine with it. I love horror stories. I used to read a shit ton of horror stories. And my mom was really happy because she loves to read as well. I actually started reading those stories because my mom is also like a big fan of like Stephen King. And that's how I got introduced to the genre, I would say. And then I fell in love with like Edgar Allan Poe in middle school because one of my books had it like an extract of the Black Cat story from Poe, and I fell in love. And so I started like digging into like the him, and then I discovered also Lovecraft and Clark Ashton Smith and like all the authors that wrote similar stories, you know, and that's what fueled my love for reading. None of those books were recommended to me by my school, by the way. Are you a yapper? I am a yapper. I've been yapping until now about like so many different things. Yes, I definitely am a yapper. I have like I went to Yapper University and I graduated with like 100 out of 100 in my grades. Hey, thank you for the follow, Sleepy Mosa. Welcome to the Vampire Gang. Extending to whatever visual novels, comics, mangas, whatever it is reading stories can have many different medias. I agree. I 100% agree. I would argue that like some video games or some role-playing games should also count. Like Dragon Age, for example. I remember I didn't play much, but it had a lot of reading. or hell, honestly, like if you read all the item descriptions in Dark Souls, that also counts like reading a lot, honestly. As long as they can read. How are you, Hans? I'm doing okay. I'm just a little tired. My family's on vacation, so I have the house all for myself. So I need to also clean everything without help. But that's fine. That's fine. There's silence, most importantly. Did I explain to my friend why I use an orbital strike on his Minecraft base? You don't. You don't need to. Just look at them straight in the eyes, and then you have to say, tee-hee, whoopsie. That's enough. I think that's enough of an explanation. Flamethrower was also involved and several nukes. Yeah, oopsie daisy should be enough. Came out to my own third sit was awkward. Oh no! Was she supportive at least? I hope like that it went well. Oh, that it like she didn't take it in a bad way. You never know these days. I'm lucky because my parents literally didn't give a shit. As long as I wasn't doing drugs. didn't think it properly came out. I just kept joking with my dad about like girls and shit, and I think they got the best. I love women, I love men, I love everyone as long as they're hot to my eyes. I like what I see. That's enough for me. I rhyme too. Wow! Going to celebrate by using 5 more nukes? Hell yeah! Happy Pride, everybody! Nuke your friend's Minecraft server right now to celebrate. Oh, Stevie! Hello! It's 1:30 in the morning for me. Welcome, welcome. Oh, also, guys, I have a tweet that has gone kind of viral on Twitter, and it's kind of leaving my audience, and I'm a little scared. I'm not used to that much attention. Oh, Spartan94RT, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. You should celebrate. We should celebrate your follow with 5 more nukes on your friend's Minecraft server. Actually, I think that would be great. I committed trans shenanigans. Now, hell yeah! Give me a number and then give me method of destruction. 9. 9 with like lots of fire involved. And napalm. I love napalm. I always bring napalm with me on Helldivers, and my friends hate me for it. But it's so nice to see everything burning. The flames of destructions. They please my eyes. Seems reasonable. It is reasonable. Napalm and 380 or what? True. We got momentum even though I hate the Twitter community space 9 out of 10 times. Like, it's... I think my take is like a reasonable take for once. Because I've seen like vision discourse or like people asking for a price range filter, and I also think they should audit, but some people are like saying, oh no, we don't need one, because then people, like artists, will start to undercharge just to be seen on like lower budget ends, and then they will have like $1,000 to make it more expensive. Like, and I'm like, bro, if my budget is $20, okay, whether I have a price filter option or not, it doesn't change the fact that I still have $20 as a budget. All it's changing is how fast I can find an artist to work with that is within my budget. Like, so if I want a piece of art for $20, I'm not, like, if Vision recommends me an artist that does beautiful art, but they charge like at least $80 for a piece of artwork, that's way above the budget that I'm willing to spend. It's not making me change my mind. If I have $20 and that's all I can afford, I have $20 and that's all I can afford. Like, not everybody's rich. I cannot afford expensive art, but sometimes, every once in a blue moon, I still want to treat myself to a little piece of artwork. And if I can spend only $20, I want to find somebody that doesn't charge like $80, you know? Like, I'm not even the target audience of these people. So it doesn't make sense that they get recommended to me, because I'll never buy from those people. Even if I wanted to save up, I wouldn't probably like save that much if I can only spend 20. Maybe 35, maybe 40. I can get to 40. That's already double my budget, you know? Anything above, that's automatically a no. And Vision doesn't have a price filter, and so I have to click on every single service and waste my time because most of them aren't within my budget. I'm not buying anything by the end of the day because I'm just exhausted from clicking so many services, and none of them are offering what I'm looking for, It's just exhausting. I think it's a reasonable ask to have a price range filter, I don't ever try to negotiate prices with artists like, I know my worth. Whenever people, like, I don't mind negotiating, like, if somebody is from, like, a country that has, like, less strong currency, Like, let's say someone from the Philippines wants to commission me, I can lower my price a little bit. I can do that as a favor if they really, really want to commission me and they're like $10 short. Sure, okay, I'll do that. But like, I'm not gonna lower my prices to like from, let's say, 50 to 10 just so I can get discovered by people that have lower budgets, I'm not even trying to appeal to those people. Also because I can live in Italy, so like with 10 euro I can barely buy a pizza sometimes. I can't pay my bills with those prices. Of course I have to charge more because the cost of living here is higher. So yeah, like, I don't think having a price filter will make people charge less. That's stupid. That's a stupid way of viewing things. You're just taking away options from people. Just checked in the mod. Does not on napalm? No, sad. It does any kind of sci-fi weapon you could possibly want. Can you laser beam your friend's Minecraft server with like a giant laser, like Death Star kind of laser? That one. I want that one. Life of an artist is a life of pain, or however the saying goes. True. That's so true. Like, I'll probably lower my commission prices a little bit because I'm not in the best economic situation right now. I'll be honest, I've been searching for a job and I've been rejected so many times. Things are looking bleak. So I do have to kind of lower my prices. But even then, I'm not like... There's a point where I just can't lower them more than that. Because again, all the discourse about me having to pay for my living expenses, Like, I bet that's like also why some people in some countries charge what to me is like not much, but to them is like a whole week of groceries. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, people can charge whatever they want. And you know what drives me mad? If you think an artist is undercharging, tip them. Tip them with the amount of money that you think their art is worth. If you really think they should charge more, then pay them more. Give them a fat, big tip. Instead of like bitching about their prices and going, oh, you should raise your prices. If you're charging 20, you should charge 100 for this service. Then give them $80 more. Give them more money. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. People love to complain, but the moment they have to stand for what they said, they don't do that. They find the dumbest excuse to not do that. I hate that. I hate that. Like, if you have the like the time to say to somebody that they should charge more and that you would pay more for their art, do it. Give them more money. It's so annoying, man. That's one thing that I really hate about all this discourse. You know, there's always a reason why some people may have their commission prices lower. Maybe they're doing it as a side job, as a hobby. They don't want to charge more because they're not trying to make it their full-time work. Maybe they're not in a good financial situation, so they're trying to like find more work by having discounts and shit. You know, if you think an artist is worth more, tip them. Tip them instead of just telling them to raise their prices. Like, tell them they could, but also tip them. You know? Just tip them. Big fat tip. That's all you gotta do. Hi, me Davey. Welcome. How you doing? I have tipped artists when I could afford to, you know. I didn't go tell them, oh, you're undercharging, you should charge this amount of money. And I didn't even tip them, you know, to match the amount of money I suggested. Let's chill before tomorrow's exam. Oh, good luck for your exam. I'm sure you'll do great. I'm sure of it. 100% sure. The internet is surely is a lovely place, though. It's just wonderful. Truly wonderful place. There a person that will be working as an electrician, or I won't. No, you will. I'm sure. I'm sending all of the good money. Fuck. The good luck that I can your way. I don't have money. I can't send you good money. I can send you good luck. Hopefully. To send you good money, I would have to find someone that sends good money to me first. Then I can redirect it. Sorry, my brain is a little fried. It's almost 2 in the morning here. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Best of luck though in your exam. I mean, if you're prepared, then it should be a breeze. I have winged so many exams that I didn't think I could be able to pass. And then I did it, and I was like, yay! Oh, thank you for ready to stretch, and so let me do big stretch. Oh, oh, my back kind of hurts. But yeah. Oh, and so you're such a good blood bag. Thank you for letting me drink your tasty, tasty, tasty blood. Mwah. And that does sound better with ASMR streams, I'm not gonna lie. That rhythm is just so good when I do ASMR. Ciao, beef! Hi, beef! It's a rhythm, it's a good blood bag rhythm. It does work better with ASMR. Vampire needs feeding, I mean. I stress so much on this I already had first electrician exam that passed with only like 5 minutes left. Barely had any time left. Nah, I'm sure you'll do great. You just gotta relax. I know it's stressful. I'm one to talk. I have like diagnosed anxiety disorders, so I know how stress can like make things way harder than you should. But still, if you have studied, if you're prepared, if you are confident that you know how to do these things, then I'm sure you'll pass. Your ASMR is very good, but I like redeeming it when I can anyway. That's fair. Just got off work. I'm going to jump over and say hello. Evie! I hope your shift at work went well, Beef. I got back from D&D late night with the boys. Decided to stream a little bit because I'll be on vacation for the majority of next week, so I won't be able to stream. That's such a busy week. Such a busy week. With lots of things to do. Sucked. Fighting to stay awake is always hard. No, you should get some sleep when you get back home. Also, yeah, I agree. When you just wanna sleep, but you're like, you can't. That's torture. That truly is torture. It'd be like that sometimes. Sleep, what's that? Can I eat it? Yeah, sure, Shnimi. If you try hard enough, you'll be able to eat all of the sleep until there's none left. No sleep, I must game. But if you're EP, you should sleep. I can't game if I am too tired, I'll be honest. I tried, but then I risk falling asleep on the fucking keyboard. So it's like, no bueno. Ah. I debated if I should stream tonight because I was a little tired. I decided yes. However, am kind of fighting my own tiredness a little bit. Oh, good night, Mida. Dave. How should I call you, by the way? I don't want to butcher your name. Oh, you're welcome. I am keeping my fingers crossed and sending you all my good luck. You'll do great during your exam, I'm sure. Get some sleep. It's important, especially before an exam. Mid or mid, either works, just a mid. I'll go with Mida then, because it's easier to remember. And I probably pronounced Dave like kind of wrong, probably. Good night, and we'll go like again. I'm the Lulu, everyone is the Lulu. True. I just nothing to do most of the time at my work, so it just drags on. Fair. Pronounce it well? Ooh, nice. That's a rare thing to happen. Let's butcher the usernames. Well, I butcher half of the English vocabulary too, because I kind of guess the right pronouns for some words. And I get it wrong half of the time. And also my thick Italian accent kind of gets in the way. Bye bye. You fine with English? Yeah, but did you remember how I said furry before you corrected me? And like recently, I kept getting mixed up vague and vogue. And focus as well. Should we talk about that too? The way I say words sometimes is diabolical. Still dead. Yeah, I used to say focus. Instead of focus. Because I didn't think it was similar to the way we say it in Italian. In Italian, it's focus. You gotta focus, you know? And so I was like, it certainly has to be a different way. It must sound different than the Italian word. Like, yeah, no, it must be focus. Of course, it must be focus. And then it wasn't. And Biff kept laughing at me and I didn't get why. Same thing as furry. Oh, or recipe as well. True, I forgot about recipe. It is kind of funny though. That's why I'm working for about 25 souls to meet quota and I have until Wednesday. I'm sorry, my soul belongs to somebody else legally, so I cannot give you mine. However, if you ask nicely in chat, maybe somebody will agree to giving you their souls. Mix that one fast. Yes, because it just sounded so different. I had to. Yeah, I used to say fury instead of furry. Enough funny. You should include mugs with the stale bagel. People love mugs. And cookies. Listen, the thing is, I've learned English. I learned English all by myself, basically. I had like basic English classes in school, but I never really paid attention. All that I've learned is because I watched YouTube videos. That's how I learned English. So, of course, I didn't really have many occasions to practice my speaking abilities, you know, until basically kind of recently, actually, you know, when I started streaming, I think that's when my spoken English started improving. I can't get rid of the accent, unfortunately. I think that's gonna stick with me, no matter how hard I try to get rid of it. But you know, that's fine. That's fine. People love accents. People love Italian accents. You know, that's fine with me. But like at least getting the way you sing words more correctly, bit that would be nice. Oracle Mizuki, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire Gang. Hi. Hope you're doing well. At least you try. I'm a self because it's fun. Listen, I just wanna be a good speaker. You know, I do my best. And accents are very nice. Yes, see, my accent is appreciated. Even though sometimes it makes me sound very funny. The silly Italian vampire. But you know, it's fine. It makes me more unique, I guess. In a way. It makes me more memorable. you could say. I love Italian. You know, as much as I shit on my country, I really love the culture and the food. I'm proud of being Italian. I wouldn't want to hide it, I think. Even if like I could make my accent less obvious. I don't think I would genuinely I wouldn't try to hide it. What is important is that people know what you mean. Yeah, I like pizza and pasta. Me too! Me too! I had ravioli for dinner today and gnocchi for lunch. Very Italian stereotype of me. I have to finish the gnocchi tomorrow because it was like a 2 people portion. And so I had to like eat half only, or there would have been too many. So I'll just finish it tomorrow. And I had pizza yesterday. Love pizza. Part of me wanted to take vocal classes to mimic different accents to mess with people. I honestly admire people that can convincingly do other accents because I could never. I could never. Gnocchi and a good cream and herb sauce is amazing. Yeah. I had pumpkin gnocchi. But I am lazy, so I didn't make any sauce. I just like sprinkled some parmesan on top of it and some olive oil. That's enough to make me happy. It's gnocchi. Gnocchi are good anyways. Also, I have to eat fast tomorrow. Because I need to drive in the early afternoon and pick up my boyfriend. We meet like halfway through my house and his house because his mom needs his car. And so I am picking him up and then I'm driving back home. It's like almost a 1 hour drive, but it's fine, you know. That's fine. I can't possibly take the wrong road. I know it. I've driven to that location, that parking lot many times. Really, the van parking? Of course I am the van parking. And the most important van parking, in fact, of the whole world. The passenger princess? Yes. I've been a passenger princess for a long while. I think it's only fair he gets his turn, you know, as the passenger princess. Also, because I need to drive, I have a diagnosed phobia of driving. And the more I drive, the easier it is to kind of control it. I still struggle with like going long distances, and with long distances I mean like places that are like a 1 hour drive from my home. They're long distance to me. I get very anxious and it's hard for me to drive, but like I have to, you know, that's something that I have to do. Well, pray for him. You're driving scarcity. No, listen, I'm not that bad of a driver. Sure, I do mistakes. Everybody does, but I don't speed. I don't like speeding. In fact, I avoid the highway as much as possible because it scares the shit out of me. I should drive more in the highway, but I just get so scared. Yes, there's a phobia, but I can't remember the name. Vihophobia? Yeah, that's probably that one. It was really bad, actually. Extremely bad. Sure, I could get a couple of city blocks fine, but I don't blame you for having problems going for an hour. Yeah, but like it's so mental. Like it's not because I get physically tired. It's a phobia. Like I remember when before I actually worked hard to kind of like, I wouldn't say get over it, because I don't think I will truly ever get over that fear of mine, but like to kind of ignore it, I'd say. When I started driving, it was so bad where I couldn't even sit on the driver's seat without having a panic attack. That's how bad it was. And I avoided driving for like 6 years that I honestly wasted, because when I finally decided to tell myself, you cannot go on like this, it's important to drive, you need to get over this stupid fear of yours. And I started driving more regularly. I don't think I could ever go back to not driving. It's just the independence of like just, you know, saying I'm going outside and taking the car and driving wherever I needed to drive. I don't think I could go back to not being able to do that. The driving is too much when I normally speed. The longest drive was 23 hours. Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could drive for that long. Ever. Have you heard of the phobia for long words and there's a phobia for number 666? Yes, I've heard of them both. The funny thing of the long words phobia is that, if I remember correctly, the name of the phobia is long as fuck too. Child of 10 do not recommend. I can't imagine why. 23 hours without a break? Or did you take a break in between? Like even with a break, I think it would be extremely taxing. Hippopotamonstros sesquipedaliophobia. Like, bless you. True. Let's break to get gas and the bathroom or new snacks. Man. I'm tired after like a half an hour drive. And tomorrow's drive is gonna be a total of like around 2 hours. Because it's back to back, basically. I drive to the parking lot, I pick up my boyfriend and I drive back immediately. I don't think we'll take breaks in between. Because I'm having lunch at home. 35 minutes just to get to work. Yeah, I'll probably have to drive like around half an hour if I get hired somewhere, because all of the jobs that I'm finding are like at least half an hour far from my home. There's no evading driving. I just hope I don't have to look for a place that's like a 1 hour drive. I'm gonna unalive myself before driving 2 hours each day just to go to work or get back home from work. I ain't doing that. Fuck that. Life is miserable already. I don't wanna get even more tired because of a long drive. Please don't unalive myself. I want. If I can find a job that's near me, at least. But I'm tired, man. I've been job hunting for months and months and months. And I like the enemies instead. You're so right. You're so right. We should burn down multi-million-dollar companies. Just a thought. Just a thought. So yeah, it's just too frustrating. It will not help you get a job. Well, more jobs would open in the job market, though. I think. Worth a try, in my humble opinion. And also, it's good for the environment. I bet. It's good for society for sure. We're not the companies and a lot more people have been looking for work. Hmm, true. But also, capitalism bad. So, you know, I'm conflicted. Can use and nuked his space again and did another orbital strike? Hell yeah! Hell yeah, good plan. 10 out of 10, best plan ever. Everything about, yeah, honestly true. The word in general right now is bad. I'm gonna make some food and I get my sneeze, so I have a close the stream. And take care, y'all. Oh, bye, Stevie! You take care as well! Get a good sleep! Night night! I just wanna get a job, guys. But I also don't wanna get a job, because if I get a job, then I won't be able to do most of the things that I like, because I will be too tired from working all day. So when I get home, I don't have the energy to do anything. And then I fall back into depression, and life's gonna be shit. But also I need a job because then I have money and I can buy things that I like, and I can hopefully one day move out of my parents' home and live with my boyfriend. But then like I will probably be doing a job that I hate, so I will fall into depression and life will be shit anyways. There's no winning. There's no winning. To get a job and I can't wait to leave my job. Yeah. I mean, I want to get a job because then I can get money, not because I really want a job. If somebody paid me to just stay home and do nothing all day, I would gladly take that. I would love to get paid for doing nothing all day. But unfortunately, I haven't found anybody that's hiring for that position. Unfortunately. It's a give and take work bad job to get good money to do things you want. Yeah. Happy Pride Month! Celebrate by using an orbital strike on your friend's base in Minecraft. Yes! That's exactly what I said. You should do it again. You should celebrate again with another strike. I endorse this. POV job was sitting around sleeping. Oh, I would love that job. I would love that job. Can someone hire me to try beds, like 8-hour naps, to try mattresses? Only have at most 1 year left of my job. I can't wait to leave it. Yeah, hang on tight, beep. Job was living as a mattress tester. Do they pay well? Can I get good money? Mattress tester salary, how much? 46k to 98k annually? Any company wants to hire me to test mattresses? Any company? Anyone? Anyone? Not bad to sleep. Yeah, exactly. That's like double what the average salary in Italy is. I bet. Hire me to sleep on your mattresses. My dream job, truly. Along with getting paid to do nothing all day. Speaking of which, I think I'll be going to bed because I'm a little ippy, and it's past 2 a.m. for me. Throw your head to try and do remote work. I would actually. I just don't know where to search for, because like a lot of companies here in Italy don't really want you to work remote. They want you to go to their offices, even for jobs that you could do at home. It's kind of a culture thing, I would say. A lot of people are convinced that if you don't go to an office, then it's as if you're not working, and so you have to suffer at an office that maybe even be far from where you live, because they want to like have you there in person for whatever reason. There's several websites that help with it. Really? Can you share some? In the apps? I will take a look for sure. But I will do that tomorrow. I'm sleepy. Let me see, who can we write? Mm-mm-mm. Let's see, let's see. Is any of my friends on? Hmm. There's my wife. Let's read my wife. We'll be reading my wife, Lulu. Okay, guys, here are the raid commands. First one is for everyone, and the second one is for those that are subbed. If you want to support my streams and get to use my very cute emote, consider a little subby. It helps me a lot, especially right now where I don't really have a big source of income. And if you want to support me in any other ways, you can join my Discord server and follow me on my socials, sharing my posts and my content in general helps a shit ton with the algorithm especially. Thank you so much everybody for coming tonight. I will see you at the end of next week when I'm out of break. I will be on break for like 5 days. So I won't probably be around much, but I'll be back on the weekend. Good night, everybody. Sleep well and sweet dreams. Bye bye.